What is going on, everybody? Welcome back as we get to you, Black and Big Crosshairs coming in the mix. So
Heck yeah.
huge for us is we've been wanting to cast Big Crosshair for a while. We've only done, what was the opportunity? Only once, right, Pierce?
We've done that once. Yeah, it was like beginning of the season, like probably week 1.
Now Big Crosshair is back for everybody. I know the chat loves Big Crosshair, Mr. MDZ, getting this started here. But yeah, man, and I'm your caster and your host for the second game. Funny man. Restart cameras. What is going on? There I am. I was here the entire time. I could see myself. I could saw my camera on. But again, I'm your host, Funny Man, and the cast, one of your casters for tonight. And joining me is my great friend, the duo, Pierce. How are you doing today, brother?
Doing great, doing great. Ready to commentate another university rival, right? Last match we had Dominguez Hills Burgundy versus Gold. That one went the absolute distance of Gold winning 16-14. If I'm right, I think it went 16-14. Or it was 14. Yeah, it was 16-14. So yeah, that was an awesome match to see. I only was able to catch part of it, but at the end of it, it was just wild going back and forth. And I mean, we've got two San Diego State teams here between black and red. So I'm hoping for the same thing. I'm hoping we get another OT and just a good long match.
I think this is going to be really interesting because we're also going like it's team with against team, and I kind of had a little bit of a bad vibe for that, because I would think that one of the teams would just throw to make the whatever the team is in better standings win. But as we saw from Burgundy and Gold, they did not throw; they went the distance. So I am very much hoping that this one also goes the distance. But it's going to be interesting as well. Both teams are pretty good as long as White's not on the board, which they're not right now. SDSU White, they're going to be the next match we cast. That would have been the one where I feel like it'd be a little bit one sided, but I think this could probably go the distance as well. I don't know how far though. I kind of want to say that maybe it's going to be like a 13-9 or a 13-10 type of deal. I don't think OT would be with this squad. So with these two squads.
Yeah, it's just the thing I think we have to take in consideration is, I mean, it's two teams from the same university, right? Like to me, when I was thinking about the DH match, what even happened, I was like, okay, these teams are going to want to beat each other, right? They're both from the same university. They're going to want to prove that one is better than the other. They're not going to, they're not going to want to go down easy, right? I mean, one, it's for a spot and a standing in the league, but it's also for bragging rights, right? You're able to kind of always hold it over the other team, like, hey, we beat you. We're better than you. So I think I would expect the same thing out of this match as last match. I'd expect both these teams to go pretty hard. I mean, skill is relatively there. I mean, San Diego Black is in 5th, and then Red is ranked 7th. And I mean, from watching Red, I mean, we've seen them. I mean, personally, we've casted Red a lot more than we've casted Black. And
Mhm.
Red, has had their standout moments, right? Dynamite, AH, Zixon, the whole team has had their moments. And from what we've seen, when we haven't casted, I mean, so has Black, right? GDP, Mr. Big Crosshair, Crayola, I mean, the whole team too has just had their moments as well. So I think with skill and then I think determination, I think this one will go long. So
It's kind of hard though. I want it to go long. I feel like it is. I kind of feel like I'm kind of torn in between because then we'll hear a lot about the team captain, and we've seen the team captain work hard, Mr. Crayola for the side of Black, and even GDP and Jaylee just go crazy in the match with Mr. Big Crosshairs MDZ. But we've also seen that out of Aha and Durag. We are and Dynamite, Rolf as well. So not to not mention the entire team. Both teams are great, but we just seen credible performance out of both of them. So this is going to be a very interesting match at the end of the day. I feel like it's going to go long, but at the same time, my gut saying like I don't think it is either. Not out of any other reason that I want to say that, but like it's just kind of hard at the moment, like
Hmm.
you gotta.
Well,
I think it just comes with the paper, like the teams on paper, how they look like the quality and the skill, like you're saying. That's for me. It's just kind of what's causing the mix up, like the as we see in the CVL league, like the paper doesn't always tell the truth, but I feel like this game, I got to believe in the paper, but I don't want to at the same time. But it looks like
nah,
we're going to be
I
started
am.
here.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting rolled in, so I mean, now I think is the perfect time to go ahead and get the caster predictions of the way. Um, I mean, I'm gonna say black, just because where they're in the standings and just what they've shown so far this season. Um, when they've won, they've looked really strong. I think red will still bring some heat and push it. So maybe not overtime. I'll call it real close and almost OT. I'll call 13-11 black.
I also want to go with black. I don't want to play the devil's advocate today. I don't know. I want it to go long, but I'm going to say 13-7. I'm going to say
Dang.
13-7 just because that's my safe place. I feel like I'm in the middle where I'm believing the paper, but I'm also having faith in the squad. You know what? No, actually, 13-8. 13-8. We'll do 13-8. How about that?
There we
We'll move
go.
it
Give him
one
another
more up.
round. One more round. Yeah, there we go. And I mean, it's gonna be good for black to start off with, right? Because I mean, defensive side is definitely a bit better on split than the defensive side is on other maps. So I think black's gonna have an excellent starting position. And let's see how they can start it off as we're gonna open up with a pistol round and get this match underway.
Pierce, but are you seeing this? We just have a dramatic change right now, even starting this game. Mr. Big Crosshair is now Mr. Oh! His crosshair
He's
got
there.
big out of nowhere. It was small when I was spectating it. It was medium. I was like, what? He went from big crosshair to medium crosshair. But now we're back. Never mind. False alarm. They got a big crosshair.
From the Big Mac to the double quarter pounder, but hey, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe he just uses this one for the match, and he sure knows how to use it. His big crosshair, Mr. MDZ, gets 3 kills on the round. Only lost 1 member, did SDSU Black, and yeah, they started off hard. Really good. Yeah, that's excellent play, but I don't know, maybe he just uses it for the big matches, big crosshair for a big match, and then kind of calms it down a little bit when it comes to maybe just normal solo queue play, but for the big matches, as we see there, it certainly does work.
That was just great gameplay out of Mr. Big Crosshair right there. 3K to end the round, and he kind of scared me for a second. Yeah, with his like quarter pounder, but just went for the full big. That's how I appreciate it. I appreciated it. Scared me for a second because I would have been like, man, I don't want to cast this game no more. I'm just kidding. I would have still cast it regardless, but I needed to see the giant crosshair on the screen. If there's only a way to make it like reach from each side, I think that would be hilarious, and I think that would definitely make the game a lot better. Just a
And the funny thing
giant.
with a crosshair is he just needs to turn the movement error on, right? To where you get the little bars that are on the outside that okay, well they're just gonna run over to talk about it, but yeah. Just make it a little bit bigger so you just get the full big crosshair, the movement, just a total noob crosshair that's like somebody that's just played this game for the first time, they've never adjusted their crosshair once. But
We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, we see San Diego rolls right through that with flawless. I mean, it's to be expected after that. So, San Diego Black settling in this game just a little bit so far, but buy round comes up and looks like we're gonna get an A stack out of the red team and see what they can try to force on this A side. As there's only 2 members defending. Oh, funny, you accidentally muted yourself.
That is a smooth brain move, but we're seeing right now the side of red trying to go back to mid. They were trying to push into A. They got shut down. Now they're going to try to do something completely different, but
This is
we'll,
brave.
This is going to be real huge. That's a really big cutoff on that choke there.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're only running with Spectres on. Well, not all of them bought. This is interesting. They got a couple of Phantoms, and a couple of them are still running Spectres, so they're not fully investing. I mean, this could go a big way for the economy if they're able to win this round, right? Save a little bit more, win this round, and then it kind of sets them up for later. But I think it could be costly if they don't win this round exactly. I mean, well, it sets them up if they lose because they didn't really invest anymore, but then they're not putting what they need to into the round. But it doesn't matter as Crayola gives Lazixin a judge to the face for the first blood.
That was just absolutely just, you could hear that hit on, like the body hit the ground just so hard. He got his head blown back, but it's all good. Now we're got a 3v3 going on. Durag gets the kill onto GDP. Eclipse is able to get the trade onto Durag. Now it's a 2v2. Bomb is down over by A, and we're going to see right now how Black decides to take this on. We're going to see an engagement come with MDZ. Mr. Dynamite knocks him down. Eclipse gets the kills on 1v1. Cypher against Cypher.
This is really good for Dynamite right now. He's going to be able to pre-aim that, and he just has to play the corner and insta headshot onto the Eclipse, and there you go. Buy round happen, and yeah, I mean, Jet's able to get that first blood, but there's Rolf, right? I mean, if we're talking about skill, I mean, the last match we saw SDSU Red play, I mean, they had one heck of a performance, right? I mean, you know, Dynamite doing his usual, you know, killing on the Cypher, but Rolf, I mean, that main, right, he was on Haven holding C alone, right, getting 2 pieces and 3 pieces and just, you know, getting big kills on his own. So, I mean, he was 0-3 to start last round, picks up 2 big kills, and I think really helps his team restore it. So, yeah, as SDSU Red's able to get a buy round back on the board, I mean, this is going to help them kind of get more comfortable in the game and then get their footing and push forward.
That's going to be pretty huge right here as Eclipse opens up the kills on lead 6. Now it's going to be a 4v5. We have great control over towards B. We got the attacking defense, or the attackers going towards the defense over at Haven. So they're still trying to get control over B. They want it to be a B push. We see the bomb right laid down. Nobody has it at the moment because they're trying to see if they can get control, but it doesn't look that way as Mr. Big Crosshair gets a big 2K. 2v4 or 5 actually. Nobody's dropped. There might be another Flawless Pierce coming up in this round, as it's only going to be Mr. Dynamite and left in the round.
Yeah, I mean, the Jet's super low, really can't peek, and right now, I mean, we're just kind of backing ourselves in the corner. So I'd like to see them try to save here. I mean, they're able to get around back on the board, but if they lose this, I mean, it's just going to kind of throw their economy
30 seconds left.
a little bit back in the blender. So I would like to see just some save, right? It's something I haven't seen a lot in this league so far. Is just these teams honestly saving. If they're like at a 1v whatever or 2v whatever, they'll just try to throw their bodies at the bomb and try to make something happen. But I mean, it's going to be hard to defend now as the entire San Diego Black side is throwing their bodies down mid. Goes down. Dynamite's able to find 1 kill, but he's getting pinched from both sides, and no matter they tried to save, they got found out in the end, and it was almost a flawless round, but San Diego Black rebounds after losing that round 3.
That's still really good, though. Right now, we're seeing a really great dominance performance out of San Diego Black. And, I mean, MDZ, the one we've been talking about all night, 7-1, Eclipse 6-2 on the side for Red. We got Dynamite and Rolf right now, top fragging. Not too well, but 3-3, 2-4. That's the best that they have right now at the moment. Economy's kind of shattered as we're going to be seeing Sheriffs, Ghost, and a Shorty buy, and people are going to keep the Classic. This round's definitely going to go over to the side of Black again, as they don't really have much to work with. They have to make something happen, and you got a team full of Vandals and Phantoms, so this is going to be kind of hard for them to execute something there. Kills are going to come through.
Lineup roll. The triple, the spray transfer. Tries to transfer again on the AH, but not able to quite get it. But Krail was there to pick up the kill. GDP comes in for Lazixin. I mean, props to Red for trying to make quick moves on the bomb site, right? When you're in those type of situations with a shorty and a pistol, you need to move kind of quick, right? You need to make something happen. It's not going to favor you with that setup to sit around for a while, but I mean, the collapse just comes in very fast from Black, MDZ just sits there on the ledge, able to get basically 3, transferring the spray from one to the other, almost gets the 4th, and man's off to a fire start at 10-2.
That was really huge. Yeah, great plays. I'm really astonished. It's kind of going into my gut feeling again, but hopefully that changes here pretty soon. As now we're going to be starting the 5th round in today's series. We have two alts from the side of black, 3 alts from the side of red. Let's see how they execute this. But is going to be going down as Lean 6 is going to be able to get his trade though on Eclipse. This is real huge. 4v4 right now. We do only have now 1 of the ultimates for the side of black, as the only other person that had an ultimate is now taken down. But we're seeing Lean 6 as well. Just one tap. He gets blown over by Win. He's dead.
Yeah, basically just has to get flicked on the shoulder like it's St. Patrick's Day, and he's gone. But yeah, 4v4, Rolf's trying to play it real slow, and it's going to be real key for GDP to hold off here, because he is the only one currently at A. There's one back in their spawn, 2 at B. The ult's going to come in, but GDP can be in a good situation. But Dynamite says no as they find him out instantly. Jet's going to be spot out as well. The Cypher ult gets flashed, and the bomb site will all be SDSU Reds with 20 seconds left.
Yeah, this is going to be really huge. We're going to see a lot of transfer and kills. We got to get those trades coming in from the side of black if they're looking to keep this game in. But right now, it kind of looks like it's favoring red, but no more as I'm talking. They're starting to crumble down their defense. It's only a 1v2. Bomb is down. It's all up to Rolf. Can he get the kills? Gets the kill on Crayola. Now there's only 1 left.
Oh, Rolf is playing this so good right now. He's going to wrap behind him. If he just keeps playing it slow, I think he's going to have Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix, I don't think Phoenix knows. Oh! Still gets it in the midst of the molly just in time. Let's go, Rolf. Wow.
Rolf got the 3K, and Rolf gave MDZ the 3K to finish the round. Double 3K in just 1 action. That was beautiful to see. That was a great play, though. Great play on Rolf. Great play on MDZ. They did really well throwing that firebomb, and then Rolf just tanking it, saying, I got to get him off the bomb. Killing him off the bomb, winning the round for his team, putting it at a 4v2, finally taking it around from black. I don't know, Pierce, what else I could say. I think that was just great execution.
Now Rolf's got the clutch genes. I mean, he played that as well as he could, right? Waited in the smoke and was able to catch one in the back. For some reason, Jet goes on the bomb and gets the defuse. I guess didn't know where the Phoenix was going to be. And then is able just to clutch out the round after getting a 1v3. So Rolf just is a clutch man, but they're coming flying at the bomb site right now as San Diego Red.
Yeah, but they still have the advantage down. I think needs to make something happen with that Blade Storm. We're going to see Durag fall to the hands of Jay Lee, leaving it at a 4v2. Now Oz a little bit hurt. Not too hurt, though. Tries to get the kill onto Jay Lee. Gets shut down. Only 1 left. This is going to be real huge. And Jay Lee's able to get the 3K to finish the round. Great performance from the side of black, putting it at 5-2.
I don't know, like these 2 rounds that Red has won so far just gives me a little bit of hope, right? Because Black gets a few rounds, Red gets one, and the way the Red gets the round, they just play it good, right? Rolf has a clutch round. I'm like, man, maybe that's a little bit of a shifter. They can maybe go forward and do something, but then you look at a round like this where San Diego Black just answers back immediately and just counters them hard on the B-bomb site.
Yeah, that was really good. And they're working really well. Hopefully that they can get some life now again and just start, because that's what'll keep the game kind of close. But if they're looking at to keep it real close, we're gonna have to start seeing them chain a couple rounds coming in here pretty soon as well. But now we're going into the 7th round of the series. We are only a few ways away from the half. We still got now 3 ults from the side of black, no ults on the side of red. Nothing to utilize or get them that type of advantage, but we're going to see a similar push, Pierce, as we're seeing 4 being invested over towards V2 mid, crossing over to B heaven. They're about to meet MDZ, and he's probably going to shred them as he's done almost every single round. And then we have two people getting ready to push into A, but gets flashed. Rolf gets the kill. Jay Lee gets the trade on Rolf. Woo! This is going to be a close round, I think, Pierce.
Yeah, yeah, MDZ gets taken out a little bit easily, right? I mean, they lined up the flash, got him out of there, even mollied, and he wasn't able to really do anything. So, I mean, they got an opening kill, but then they just got crushed right back, and it's a 4v3. They're gonna call the rotate over to A. Oh, Cypher knows they got the intel now, so it should be a pretty easy counter as GDP's already on the bomb site.
30 seconds left.
And there should be a spray down right here as Jaylee gets 2, Eclipse gets the other, 6-2 on the board.
Yeah,
I'll go for it.
No, that's 3 back. All I want to say is that was 3 back-to-back, or 2 back-to-back 3Ks for Jay Lee to finish off the rounds.
And Jaylee stepping up too, not letting MDZ do all the work. I mean, 6-2 right now is to be expected. I mean, this is definitely more weighted on the defense, I think, especially when I'm listening to other commentators today commentating in the Valorant First Strike qualifiers. But I mean, if SDSU Red can at least get maybe 2 to 3 more rounds on the board, and maybe at least in the half,
maybe they'll have
5 rounds on the board. I mean, they would be in a much better position, right?
Yeah, they could take it all. They could take it definitely if they at least got 3 rounds, maybe even 2, giving them some life. They need something. I think the biggest thing is they need the man advantage, though. That's the biggest thing Black is doing, is putting at a man deficit. It's been 4v3 the past couple rounds, and then they just collapse on everybody. Now, again, 4v3. In the same scenario, this has happened for the past 4 rounds now, because this is the 4th one that's happened. It's going to be really huge if they're able to get the man advantage. These 3 have to figure out a way to chain a kill and at least knock down 2 players, giving them 3v2 if they're looking to win the game. But it might be another round going into the side of Black, making it 7-2, putting 9 rounds in, only 3 rounds away from the half after this point. So hopefully we can see some life come out of it.
30
Oh,
seconds.
Crayola, the op is just going to be sounding off here at mid. Yeah, Jaylee comes in for another 3K on the round, and we've been talking about MDZ all game long, but it's time to give Jaylee a little respect after these past few rounds. And yeah, I mean, one thing I like to see from the side of Black on the defense is just they're not sitting back either, and they get these kills, right? I mean, you were just bringing up the fact that it was another 4v3, and you know, you've got Eclipse flanking her on the side. GDP's in his same spot near A, aggressive, and there's 2 kind of holding mid, so they're not giving SDSU Red kind of any room to, you know, to work, right? Any room to honestly do anything right.
Yeah, this is kind of like underwhelming a little bit, because I was really hoping for a little bit of a bigger fight, but not too much what it's looking like here. They keep trying to push B. I think they need to start transferring over towards A. It's been very similar. They invest 3. They should know. They invest 3 at A, or 3 at B, and 2 at A. That they take the man deficit, saying there's only 2 at A, run over towards A. It's going to happen. But there we go. Almost another flawless.
So good. Way to go for MDZ and Eclipse to play those angles, right? One didn't over peak, right? One kind of jiggle peaked and then kind of stepped back, waited for MDZ to peak, and then MDZ and Eclipse just get the absolute crossfire. I mean, them 2 alone just took down that entire team. So they're coordinated, they're in sync with each other, and it's wonderful to see right now. It's just 8-2, and the stat lines right there. Not going to go too hard on the KDs, as you know, some of the members of SDSU Red are not having the best games. I mean, there's still plenty of opportunity to pick it up, but Black is just, they're real comfortable right now, and I don't know if SDSU Red knows exactly what the game plan is going forward on the defense. I mean, on offense, I mean to say.
No, that's pretty huge. They finally got their first man advantage in a while. First blood, especially onto Jay Lee. He's one of their top fraggers at the moment. Like to see a breach being on the top. But we're going to see how this goes. They're finally, Pierce, they're transferring over towards A as they invested 4 over towards B. There's only Crayola on the side of A, but he does have an op. So let's see what the answer is going to be and where they're going to go through. I think they're going to hit mid. I really hope though they don't go towards B. They hit ropes, get the axe over towards A, but it's not going to work. Goes down by Crayola, and now it's a 4v4.
Yeah, I mean now they're just in mid, so I mean Crayola, I mean a big portion of their team is just gonna get caught alone at A. And what you didn't want them to do is exactly what they're doing right now. They're trying to wrap back B. And San Diego Black's gonna catch it real quick.
30 seconds left.
This is just real huge. They just lost 2 people in that engagement right there. Rolf the
One enemy remaining.
Oh, trying to spray him through. Just has to get 1 tick and he's dead. And really do. I mean, that's hard for Red, right? They only had Shero, so it's just a eco round and not much to do. And this is going to be a do or die round right here for them. I mean, 10-2 at the half is rough. I mean, we've seen the big reversals for sure, but it's going to be rough. I mean, they're full investing right here. Oz got an op coming out. Definitely gonna be looking for Aw to lead the way to make something happen in this round.
Yep. Somebody needs to make something happen on theirs. I mean, I'm not trying to rail too much on KDR, but we need to see some kills and trades come out of most of their team, because I know from the fact that most of their team is negative, and we only have 2 people that are possibly positive that have been fragging their entire round. So it's like they're playing a 2v3. They need to be playing a 5v5 comp, not a 2v5 comp. So this is going to be really huge out of the side of Red if they're able to pick up their firing power, because right now the firepower that Black has is just shutting them down every second.
Oh, come on, Snipe. Just fire. Just fire that smoke right now. I know you can't see him, but just fire. Oh, man. It's always fun being in the position of the commentator and just seeing, you know, seeing it through the wall. It's like, man, if only they could see what we see, but then that wouldn't make the game too competitive.
Yeah. It would be crazy, though, because we're always thinking about that. And then when it happens, it's just a really great moment because it was just a straight-up guess for them. So, really, I would have wished he would have shot that, too. All lined up there for him. It would have been really big for Mr. Crayola.
Just hits the triple, just montage-worthy, but I'll have to wait another day. It looks like they're going to wait for like a last-second A push right there. Oh no, Durag's just sitting there lining up his charge. The Paranoid's going to come from GDP, and they're all going to sprint out A long here. Crayola's ready to pick him off. Crayola gets 2 in a row. GDP gets 1. I mean, they're all going to be stuck here. J-Lee comes in to spray another one down. Dynamite's trying to do the best he can, but has no HP. GDP is the real sheriff in the town, and 10-2. I mean, that's what you expect on defense on this map, but I mean, even more dominantly so. I mean, look at MBZ, right? 19-5. J-Lee 14-6. I mean, no member on the team is negative, and I mean, they played a really good defensive half, but now it's going to be time for San Diego Red to step up, right? I mean, they had a rough offense. I mean, at least got a couple rounds on the board. Would have liked to see them get, you know, at least 3 or 4, make that a bit closer, but if they have a really good defensive plan, it's still winnable.
Yeah, if they're able to play way better defense than what we just saw out of the side of Black, this is going to be real pivotal for them. But we'll just have to see what happens here as we're going to get a full send on to A. They are investing everything. This is going to be really huge right now. For the team, Rolf able to knock down Crayola. Now bomb is going down. Rolf getting 2. GDP is falling down by the hands of Rolf. J-Lee shutting down. Now it is a 3v3. This game is getting down to the wire, Pierce.
Yeah, now it's 3v3, and they're all in very good positions, and nobody over peaks here. I can see them easily holding this bomb site. I mean, they're all in excellent corners. I mean, Eclipse is just trying to play his life. MBZ is able to get 2 as they force him to drop out of heaven. J-Lee picks up the third, 11-2. I mean, this game is, well, not as either of us predicted. I mean, maybe you saw a little bit of a difference that I didn't in my predictions, but dang, this is not going the way that Red would have wanted it to go.
I wasn't thinking it was going to be a blowout, to be honest. And part of probably the reason why my gut was kind of like, I don't agree with this, is because when we cast, we usually get blowouts. So I probably should have predicted a blowout.
No, what am I thinking, right? I got to know us in our situations, and You know, I mean, we've had some better ones as of late, but for the majority, from what it seemed like with last week and part of the week before, we were getting a lot. And again, another post pistol round that San Diego Black is absolutely rolling through. I mean, Eclipse and Jay Lee are just rolling in the spawn. This feels like my average solo queue match, and it's going to end right about now as San Diego Black takes a yet another round. 12-2 match point. I mean, it's pretty rough at this point. Black is just in the driver's seat all game long. Red had a couple good rounds, you know, a nice Rolf 1v3 and you know, a B execute they're able to get out, but other than that, Black's just dominating them on defense, not letting them get comfortable, just pushing up on the map, getting those first bloods, and they're even working it on the offense so far. So let's see if can make anything happen with the Marshall.
They need to get some life in them, but Crayola shuts down Rolf. Ooh, that was a great headshot from the side of Red on Durag, able to get, I think, his second kill of the game, to be honest. Great kills, but gets traded out by GDP. Lean 6 able to get the trade, gets traded by GDP. Dynamite! Oh my goodness, these are trades after trades after trades. Holy smokes.
It's time for a big crosshair clutch, right? 1v2 situation. Has health, has every utility possible that he's got right now, is making the aggressive play. I mean, he just needs to play a little bit more passive. Gets one. Oz only got a Marshall. Oh, actually, no. Actually was able to get the Spectre, but the dirty headshot will take MDC down and keep him alive for one round longer.
If they can only get 5 more rounds on the board and then lose, I'd be fine. Totally fine.
For the predictions, Red, come on.
At this point, it's just a prediction game. You know, just like draft.
We got 2 competitions.
Yeah. We have
the league and then our predictions. Yeah, we got the league and our predictions. So we're trying to see how one thing goes while waging our own one.
Although, like, we should probably make our own draft buff thing for Valorant and see, like, and get if that would be cool, right? If we get a collegiate space onto draft buff, and then actually have predictions for all the colleges for Valorant, that would be absolutely dope. And let's see who's the real 5-head out of all the fans and us at the end of the season. Yo, anybody listening to this right now up there with the EDUs, man? Y'all the man wearing the pants, you know. That's something to think about. I think that would be pretty good.
Yeah, but well, another round now with a man disadvantage for the side of Red, so it's going to be interesting to see how they continue to play this, right? I mean, they've got the firepower. Krill was able to get one, but super low health, and I mean, you've got Big Crosshair still alive, planting the bomb. I mean, this man, we've seen him get a 3-piece. He can do anything. He's going to start one on Durag. Sprays down on turns it to Mr. Dynamite. The absolute filth coming out of MDZ with 4 kills in the round. Oh my God, that was dirty.
I just saw the man do a 4K to finish it out. By George, almost broke the record again. We had a 30 bomb last week. 28, only 2 kills away. Mr. MDZ was to tying that record. 3 to break it. That was phenomenal. Black, you did phenomenal work.
Yeah, I'm going for it's got to be the Crosshair, dude. I don't know, man. The spray transfers from this guy just all game long. He's on Kovacs or Aim Lab or something because his headshots, the spray transfer is just on point.
That was just beautiful.
You see why Big Crosshair is a fan favorite is, yeah, that one went a stomp. That was just domination on the defense from the side of Black. I mean, they were able to counter anything that Red threw at them. I mean, even if they were at a low disadvantage on a bomb site, they're able to work together. And if they're in like a 2v4-5 situation, I mean, you saw it from Eclipse and MDZ. They were just able to wait on each other, swing at the same time, crossfire, and and get kills. So great team coordination coming out of the side of Black, and there we go. We can say Black is Black is definitely the better team in Red. So Black's going to be feeling real good right now, and Red's going to have to go back to the drawing board on a bit. But I mean, San Diego isn't done for the night. His next match is actually going to have their other team,
White.
which is going to be San Diego White versus. Let me go back and find it. Northridge.
This is going to be
That's
really
gonna
huge.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough match either way. I mean, one's ranked 9th and one's ranked 3rd, and if this is Black, then we might be in for another tough match as well. But props to SDSU Black for winning that one. Just such a strong game.
That was just phenomenal. The team, I think, when I saw just MDZ himself, 3 or 4 plants, 5 first bloods. The man was absolutely a beast. But below that, we had Jay Lee. Everybody on their team except for one went negative. The other team, there wasn't much execution on the side of Red. I really would have liked to see that. Really would have liked to see more of uh, the strategies countered, because you would think that they know how they play, right? They're 2 teams. They're in the same college. They're able to talk to these players, know how these players play. They probably scrim with each other here and there. And I was kind of hoping to see them know, like, oh, that's definitely a J Lee spot, or that's an MDZ spot, from the side of Red. But it looked like how you said, just your average solo OQ game, unfortunately. But hopefully they can come out swinging the next time. But again, that was great matches from both teams. Just tip of the hat to both of them as well. But other than that, I think we might just have to kick it off to a break here, Pierce. So don't go anywhere, everybody, as we're going to be back. We're going to be casting the last match for you. Myself and Pierce are going to be doing San Diego White versus Northridge. So do not go anywhere, as we're going to get this next game rolling here in the next, hopefully, few minutes for you guys. Other than that, stay tuned.